This one decision could literally make or break your entire SEO strategy. Build an in-house team or hire an agency. Get it right and you could absolutely dominate your market. However, if you get it wrong, you're gonna have to watch your competitors steal your traffic and sales. From running my own ecom brand alongside building ClickSlice, an e-commerce SEO agency, I've seen exactly what moves the needle, what drains time and money, and also drains momentum. In this video, we're gonna analyze the true cost of both approaches, and I'll give you a framework you can follow to determine which option is best for your specific brand. Number 1, the true cost compared. The real cost of building an in-house SEO team versus hiring an agency. Building an in-house SEO team is a bit like assembling the Avengers. You need different specialists with unique powers, except it costs a lot more than a movie ticket. Using an average salary of £30,000 for each role, for 4 different people you need as a minimum, that's already £120,000 per year. Then there's the training cost. The SEO landscape changes constantly, with algorithm updates requiring ongoing education. This cost per individual employee can literally cost thousands, not counting the productivity loss during the learning periods too. If you choose to do things in-house, you're also going to need specialized SEO tools such as Ahrefs and SEMrush, which by the way cost between £4,000 to £8,000 every single year. Add in Surfer SEO as well, which is a content analysis tool, that's another £1,000 to £3,000 per year. And if you're thinking you don't really need these tools, I'm sorry, but these are pretty much a necessity when it comes to doing high quality SEO. All told, a basic in-house SEO team can easily cost £125,000 plus each year before you see any results. For my car enthusiasts watching, that is literally not too far away from the price of a McLaren 720S. Insane, right? Now, let's compare agency cost. The typical SEO retainer is between £2,000 to £8,000 per month, depending on your business size and goals. So that's approximately £24,000 to £96,000 per year, which is already a massive saving if you take the higher end, £96,000, compared to £125,000 plus if you was doing things in-house. However, there's even more than meets the eye. When you outsource SEO, you don't pay for sick leave, you don't pay for holidays or benefits, and the less team members means less overheads and less people to manage as well. As we all know, managing people is probably one of the most tricky parts of running a business. And you also have the ability to scale up or down services as and when your business needs. We've worked with many clients who switched from in-house to an agency and literally saved over 20% while improving results. Why? Because they were paying for expertise and not overheads. While cost is important, what I'm about to share next is the real reason why most in-house SEO teams completely fail to deliver results. Number 2, expertise and specialization. Let's talk about expertise, often the biggest difference between in-house and using an agency. The reality is that SEO has become incredibly specialized. There is now so many parts to SEO. You've got technical SEO, on-page SEO, content strategy, link building, schema markup, e-commerce SEO, international SEO, and literally each component requires expertise and constant updating as algorithms change. In-house teams, what we found is they often struggle with limited perspective. When you're working on one brand day in, day out, it's very easy to develop tunnel vision. You're also limited to your own experiments and data too. By contrast, agencies work across multiple industries and see patterns across dozens, if not hundreds of different websites. Working with just one website is like only ever eating at one restaurant. You might think the food there is amazing until you discover somewhere else and you realize you've been missing something. At ClickSlice, we can apply learnings from one client to benefit another, creating a knowledge advantage that's literally impossible to replicate in-house. Let me give you an example. One of our clients previously had an in-house team of 3 people. They were really good marketers but had limited SEO experience. They focused heavily on blog content because that is what they understood best. However, after we took over the website and did a technical audit, we found tons of critical issues with the website site architecture and the product schema, which was negatively limiting the visibility in search. These weren't obvious problems. They required specialist knowledge to identify and fix. Within 3 months of implementing these fixes, the organic traffic skyrocketed by 78%. The in-house team wasn't necessarily incompetent, they simply lacked the specialized expertise which comes from working on various sites and various campaigns across multiple industries. Here's where the difference becomes even more dramatic. The next factor can make or break your ability to capitalize on market opportunities when they arise. Number 3, scalability and flexibility. One of the biggest advantages of working with an agency is scalability. Business needs fluctuate. You might have seasonal peaks, product launches, or sudden expansion opportunities. With an in-house SEO team, scaling up means hiring and training new staff, a process that typically takes 2 to 3 months if you're lucky. Scaling down, well, that often means difficult conversations with staff about letting certain people go. Agencies, on the other hand, you can quickly increase or decrease your retainer along with the resources they provide you to scale up or ramp down your productions. We recently worked with a retailer in the US that was launching a new product category. They needed to scale rapidly via SEO. So what did? They just told us, hey, here's a new category page. Please incorporate this into the campaign. So we did it. 2 months later, they're now ranking on the first page of Google and they're already starting to generate more traffic and sales. Compare that to doing things in-house, they would have had to hire at least 2 additional staff. This adaptability is particularly valuable in today's fast-moving market, where being able to pivot quickly is a difference between being number one for a keyword and owning that niche, and always being stuck behind and trailing trying to get the top spot in Google. Number 4, results and accountability. When it comes to results and accountability, there are significant differences between doing it in-house and using an agency. What we found and what we've been told by some of our clients that used to have in-house teams is that in-house teams often struggle with objectivity. When you're deeply embedded into a company, it can be difficult to challenge established practices and even admit when strategies aren't working. There's a natural tendency to kind of defend your past decisions. Agencies, by contrast, well, you are literally solely judged on your performance or results. At ClickSlice, we know our clients can walk away at any moment, which is why we go over and beyond to make sure we're delivering the best ROI possible. That is an insane accountability mechanism we have that keeps us pushing further and getting the best results for our clients. And this accountability also extends the reporting as well. Professional agencies provide comprehensive analytics that don't just track your rankings and traffic, but we track your conversions and your revenue impact as well. This isn't to say that in-house teams can't be accountable, because they certainly can, but the external perspective and result or walk dynamic of an agency relationship creates a different level of performance pressure. Number 5, the decision framework. So what approach is right for your business, in-house or using an agency? Let's walk through the decision framework to help you decide. It is typically based on company size. For small businesses or startups, agency is typically the best fit for them. You get their expertise without the overheads, which is absolutely crucial in the early stages of growing your business. If you're a medium-sized business, well, it depends on your growth rate and your competitive landscape. If you operate in a low competition niche where you don't have large retailers on page 1 for all of your main keywords, then you can most likely do this yourself in-house. However, if your Google search results look completely different and you're seeing tons of big ecom sites on the first page of Google, or even smaller ecom brands that are really dialed into your particular product, then you're gonna need the help of a specialized agency. If you're a larger enterprise client, then 9 times out of 10, you can pretty much do this yourself in-house, although I would still highly recommend consulting with an agency or a consultant on a quarterly basis just to get an external perspective to make sure things are going right. There are also some industries that are a complete no-brainer where you need to be doing SEO in-house. For example, any specialized industries, anything to do with medical, where your product requires a greater depth of understanding of the product and the industry on a whole. Trying to outsource that to an agency who doesn't have the understanding can cause a lot of problems. If you're struggling to make this decision or you want expert guidance on the best approach for your particular brand, then we are here to help. My agency, ClickSlice, offers a free, no obligation discovery call where we'll analyze your current SEO performance. We'll discuss your business goals with you to help you determine whether it's best to do SEO in-house or to outsource it to a specialized agency. If this sounds of interest to you, click the link in the description below to book your free discovery call today. If you found this video valuable, make sure you hit that like button, comment and subscribe, and of course, turn on your notifications so you don't miss a future video. I release new e-commerce SEO videos every single week.